I'm sort of in a rush, so I want to make this quick. Currently, I'm cooking up some of my meals that I will be prepping for later. As what is happening is for the next few days, in fact, it started yesterday, I'll be out. So majority of my meals will be outside, right? So where I'll be at, there is not much options in terms of any restaurants or stores with nutrition information, right? So to keep things simple and to make sure I'm on track with my diet, prepping the meals is the easiest way to go around it. So let me show you how am I exactly doing it. So as you can see, for my breakfast, I did already have my standard coffee with milk, as well as my oatmeal and protein, right? So usually when it comes to meal prep, right, essentially is the things that I will be eating if I'm at home, right? But I'm just preparing it so that I can bring it up later, right? So right here, this is what I am cooking up right now. 280 grams of rice that is weighed raw, okay? And then we have 4 chicken thighs and 2 chicken breasts. So the two meals that I'll be bringing out will be essentially 140 grams of rice per meal, and then 2 chicken thighs and 1 chicken breast. Later I'll show you the meals, but essentially it's important to really meal prep when there's situation like this, because you want to make sure that you are on track with your macros, right? So yesterday I did not prepare one of the meal and I had to estimate, right? So when it comes to estimation, if you are going for a long-term kind of cut, it's not going to be too bad, right? But because I want to try to maximize the effectiveness for this mini cut, right? And because the time is short, right? I only got 6 weeks. This is why I want to make sure that my macros is as consistent as possible. So today's weight was 84.6 kg, right? So weight is stagnating, right? Possibly due to the inconsistency in the macros, okay? But this does not mean that I am not losing fat. It's just when it comes to the data, I want to try to make it as accurate as possible. That way, if I need to adjust anything, I can do so as quickly as possible, okay? The reason for this is because, like I said, the mini cut is quite short in duration, so I want to make sure that I'm not letting any days or weeks go to waste, right? So I know not everybody is for meal prep, right? Because definitely it's not common, okay? So some people may see you as weird, right? But I think when it comes to being on track with your goals, right, I think it's definitely a no-brainer, okay? Because the way I see it is, one is either you have experience with tracking, so your estimation skills is good, but no matter how good your estimation skills are, there is still some margin of error. So for myself, at this phase, especially for this mini cut, I want to try to eliminate as much error as possible. That way, my results are, come in, zap the fat and get out, that kind of thing, right? So I don't mind being more disciplined with, if it means if I need to prep my meals, I'll just do it, okay? But for the rest of you that are not maybe so strict when it comes to this kind of thing, you can still go ahead and estimate. But the thing is, finding stores with high protein is also can be quite challenging sometimes, right? So to eliminate all this stress, I rather just have my meals ready, so I don't have to even think about food. So I can just focus on the things that I need to do outside. Okay, so I think for those who are always stressing or don't know what is good to eat, the best way is really just to prep your meals. That way, everything is consistent. You just got to eat when it's time. Okay, this also allows you to say no to any other junk food. When there is a lot of options, sometimes it's difficult lah. Okay, so when you have your food prepared, you don't have to think about anything else. Everything else is a no, and then you just focus on the food. That way, you will be super consistent. So later I'll show you the meals. Okay, but if I can't talk to you guys later because I'm rushing, then I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 12. So 2 containers, right? Let me just focus. Right, so half of the rice in the first container, right? Perfect. And then the remaining in the second container. Okay, so easy. Okay, so meat in, simple. Then let me pop in, like, do I have the sauce? So another chicken breast. And another 2 more chicken thighs into the air fryer. Okay, so once that's done, then I'll just put it in here, cover this, and then bring it out. Okay, so that's all. It's really very simple when you are meal prepping to stay consistent with your diet, right? So if you are someone who may not have as much experience with tracking calories or estimating calories outside, right? So these are places who do not provide a nutrition label, then you may want to consider prepping your meals, especially if you are working in an office, right? So the easiest way to go around this is always to have a structure. Okay, then maybe on your weekends when you're home, then you can aim to have some flexibility so that your diet will not be boring, and then of course you can get any craving that you want all the way during those days. Okay, so because the number one thing is usually when we are very focused in a task, maybe when we are busy, we won't really think much about food, right? So when the food is being prepared, it takes stress out of us, right? So this allows us to stay consistent lah, no matter your lifestyle. Okay, so I hope this helps, and then I will see you guys tomorrow.